Alright guys, welcome in. I am the Kodiak, and today we're going to be talking about a guy who has come on really strong at the end of this 2020 NFL season. We are going to be talking about San Francisco 49ers star rookie wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk. So a few things about Brandon Aiyuk before we dive into how he's been doing this season and how he was able to take that next step. So at the combine, he ran a 4.5. And at Arizona State in 2018, he transferred from a junior college for his first 2 years. Then in 2018, transferred to Arizona State, was basically the number two option behind N'Keal Harry, except he ended up being Wilkins' favorite target towards the end of 2018, and that carried over into 2019. And N'Keal Harry was drafted in the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft, which, I mean, N'Keal Harry was phenomenal at Arizona State, but you do not spend a first round pick on a blocking wide receiver. So, according to Bleacher Report, here were some of the strengths of Aiyuk when he was coming out of Arizona State. So, he was just basically a yak machine. I'm not going to say he was A.J. Brown level because pretty much nobody's A.J. Brown or Terry McLaurin level with the ball in their hands, but nonetheless, Brandon Aiyuk is very good with the ball in his hands. I'm sure if you have watched any 49ers game this year, you can certainly see what I am talking about. It doesn't take a scouting report to necessarily know that he is a demon with the ball in his hands. So yeah, he's amazing after the catch. He was just basically the guy that could get you that really big play. And some of the weaknesses as far as his game, he wasn't seen as a very good route runner. He was seen as a step below, the Jerry Jeudy's, the CeeDee Lambs, the Henry Ruggs, the maybe even the Justin Jeffersons and the Jalen Ragers, and he was kind of viewed in that Pittman, Mims, whatever receivers went in the second range. I'm kind of blanking on them right now. And when he was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan actually said that Brandon Aiyuk was their second or their wide receiver two overall in the class, only behind CeeDee Lamb. And I think basically taking Kinlaw at 13 to replace the DeForest Buckner production and taking Aiyuk. I can't remember when because they traded up to draft him from 31. But yeah, that's just pretty good value understanding by the San Francisco front office. Pretty smart front office, basically shows you why they were the Super Bowl runners up the year before. Aiyuk was really not touted that highly. I mean, even when he was coming out of the draft. So, like I said, he didn't have the pre-draft hype of a Lamb, a Judy, a Ruggs, or a Jefferson. He was still a late bloomer in college, and you really like to see guys, kick ass their freshman season because the sooner that a guy breaks out, that basically correlates to having really good production in the NFL. And he slid in as the number three target behind Kittle and Debo. That this really doesn't matter for anything other than fantasy, but there were concerns about whether or not he'd get the volume. We have known since the 90s what a Shanahan offense is all about. And let's just say that it's not about passing, that's for sure. Because when the 49ers got to the Super Bowl last year, they threw, I can't remember how many passes Jimmy G threw in the NFC Championship, but he did not throw a lot of passes, which shows that they are a very run-centric team. They have no problem running the ball every play. And as soon as they're up, as soon as they get a prominent lead, they are going to run it, and they're going to run it again, and maybe they're going to run it a little more, and then maybe once every quarter or so they're going to pass, and then they're going to run it some more, and then Mostert's going to take one to the house, and the next drive they get it, they're going to run it some more, and you know what I'm saying. So George Kittle might be Chuck Norris reincarnated because every year we hear about all these injuries that he plays through. The dude is tough as nails. The dude is the second best tight end in the NFL, and he is their alpha. He basically significantly out-targets everyone in the passing game whenever he is healthy. So week 7, the 49ers go into New England and just beat the everlasting shit out of the Cam Newton Patriots. Brandon Aiyuk's final stat line that game, 6 for 115, no touchdowns. After that game, here are his target numbers. 11, 0, because he was hurt. 14, bye week, 0, because he was on the COVID list. 9, and 16. That guy is the clear alpha in San Francisco when Kittle is not there, which means when Kittle comes back, Aiyuk will probably be second on the team in targets. Debo Samuel is a gadget player. And Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo Samuel are basically what the 49ers look for in basically all their skill position players. You just get them the ball, and they're very electric after they get the ball in their hands. So against New Orleans, this was basically Aiyuk's time to shine. New Orleans was very, very stingy this year. They were one of the hottest defenses in the league until Jalen Hurts brought them back down to earth. But a few weeks ago, 49ers went into New Orleans, lost 27-13, but Aiyuk had a great week of football. He was lined up on an island against Janoris Jenkins in that game against the Saints. He put a double move on him, dusted him, and left him wide open for a walk-in touchdown. Oh yeah, did I mention Janoris Jenkins basically pulled DPI on Aiyuk so he couldn't score? One of the biggest concerns about Aiyuk coming out of Arizona State was his route running ability, but he has taken a lot of strides with his route running, and he has also shown the ability to make really, really tough catches and the ability to just make people flat out miss in open space. Monday Night Football last week, the 49ers played a very, very bad game of football against a resurgent Bills team, but Brandon Aiyuk put in another very impressive outing. He hauled in 5 receptions for 95 yards and a tug. So the thing about that game against the Bills is that Aiyuk lined up across from Deebo Samuel, and Deebo Samuel's been hurt all year. But this basically proved that Aiyuk will get all the targets in the passing game. Deebo Samuel will get his, end around, jet sweep, jet motion, whatever. But Brandon Aiyuk, he's going to be the downfield target. Nick Mullins has already proven with the amount of targets that he gives to Brandon Aiyuk that Aiyuk is his favorite receiver to throw to. And as of 10 days ago, here are the highest graded rookie wide receivers. 1. Justin Jefferson. 2. Brandon Aiyuk. 3. Chase Claypool. 4. Denzel Mims. In his last 4 games, he is averaging 12.2 targets for a 30% target share. That is like a 30% target share is basically Michael Thomas in 2019 level. Oh yeah, and this week Brandon Aiyuk played against the football team. He went 10 for 16 for 119 yards. And if you play Dynasty like myself, you probably did not love the landing spot. And there's a lot of stuff you can nitpick about Brandon Aiyuk's profile, his athletic combine, whatever. But the most important thing is that he's producing. When he's been given a chance, he's been great. All I'm going to say is what a class of rookie wide receivers. So it's time to talk fantasy for a second. If you follow me, if you're subscribed to me, you'll know that Friday morning I made a video called Cam Akers season. Well, I'm doing the exact same thing with another very talented rookie from the exact same division. So if you're going to the fantasy playoffs, it is Brandon Aiyuk season. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter, link is down in the description below. Anyways guys, have a good day, and peace out.